Well, hello everyone, this is Mike Jack with MnREIA and Real Estate Promo with another Flip It Friday video. And today I want to talk about something that's a little bit different, a little bit off topic, and maybe even a little bit controversial. And that is when you're looking at properties like this and you're out here on your own or with one person. There's a lot of vacant properties out there, and I have literally gone into a house where there's been drug dealers, where there's been prostitution going on, where there's been vagrants been broken into the house and living in the house, where there's just kids that are out just playing around, and you know they may not mean to cause any harm, but end up causing harm. So one question I get asked a lot is, Mike, should I carry a gun? Should I get a gun and get a permit to carry when I'm out looking at properties? And that is a very, very personal decision and not an easy one to make for most people. Like I personally, I'm always carrying a gun. In fact, I have one on me right now, but 90% of the people that I know do not know that I carry a gun unless I tell them. And basically that's about the only reason they would ever know, is because I tell them. Now I've got 10 years of carrying experience, so I know how to carry, where to carry. I mean, and I recommend most people do not carry a gun unless you have the training to do that, because the responsibilities of that is tremendous, right? But so there's pros and cons to it. So first of all, the gun itself, you should not carry it so that you go to a property and if you see somebody in it, you can shoot them. That is not what the gun is for. What the gun is for is to give yourself confidence that if you get into a bad situation, which when we're looking at some of these vacant houses, and I've run into them many times over the years, where I walked into a property that I was 100% sure that it was vacant, and then get attacked by somebody as they come running out because I scared them, because somebody had broken into the house. Maybe they've been, living there for a short time. I even had one time that we had a house that was vacant and boarded up, and the owner of the property undid the boards, got us into the property. We went through the whole property and looked around, came back outside, screwed the doors shut. We were outside front talking about the house, and we both had a question. So we decided to go back into the house. And as we got back into the house, we got attacked. There was two perpetrators that broke in. What they did is, we think they came into the house when we unlocked the doors, and they were in the house, and then when we were coming back in, they attacked us because now they knew they were trapped. So I have been attacked a couple times in the past. Now, fortunately, I've never been hurt bad. It's always been when they just pushed me or hit me to get me out of their way as they're trying to get out of the house. So there has been a few things, in the past that are a little bit scary. Now my goal is to go through life and never have to use it. Right? That is my entire goal. Right? But I do not want to stop doing my job of looking at properties because I'm afraid of getting attacked. Now, I've been doing this for 30 years. I have been attacked, I shouldn't say attacked, but maybe 4 times in my career where I've walked into a property and there's somebody that was there that should not have been there. And I don't want to say like I got attacked or beaten up or anything like that. Most of the time that has happened to me is I've either gotten hit or pushed down and shoved out of their way as they're trying to escape. Right? Well, at that situation, I didn't need the gun anyways, right? And so don't worry about it. Now, if you're working in a market where you need a gun, that's a totally different situation. And now I don't think I would even want to be working there, right? The areas I'm working at, I should not need a gun, right? But having the gun does give me a level of confidence that I do think pushes away some of that criminal element. They can see and sense that confidence that they don't, pick me as a target. And I've noticed too, with most people that do carry guns and are familiar or comfortable with it, also have that attitude. And none of us carry to be able to use it. We carry so that we never have to use it. Right? And that's the one thing, is I want you guys to get the training, get the respect, learn from other people. And hey, if you're in Minnesota and you want to go to the gun range and you want somebody to train you, give me a holler. I'd love to take you to the gun range, give you some training, show you the do's and don'ts, get you connected with the right people that can get you the information that you need so you can become more comfortable around firearms and how to shoot a gun and how to handle a gun properly. Because that's the most important thing, is you learn how to handle it and how to treat it and respect it properly. Right? And if you can't do that, then absolutely do not get a gun. There's all kinds of other things you can do, but if you do want to get a gun, get the education, get the training, and learn to respect the guns first. Don't ever just get a gun to protect yourself. In fact, that is probably the worst thing I think you can do, is to have a gun for protection when you're out looking at properties. And I don't want to go into the weeds on this, but bottom line is you need to be able to respect the gun, and don't get a gun just to carry it, just for self-protection because you're worried about going into a property and getting attacked. In fact, if you're not proficient with carrying a gun, and you walk into a property, I would rather you not have a gun with you, because you're going to either make a mistake, the gun's not going to be there for you, or it's going to get used against you. Right? What better situation is, if you're concerned about it, don't go alone. Make sure that there is somebody else that knows that you're going to a property, and that you're going to tell somebody you're going to check in with them. Right? If you're worried about where you're going, don't get a gun to protect you if you're not comfortable with it. Let somebody else know about it. Right? Might have got a little deep on that one, guys. I mean, I could go on for hours and hours and hours. I carry, a lot of my friends carry, a lot of investors carry, but if you're not ready for it, don't get the gun and carry it in just because you're going to a property. Get the permit, get the training, get a gun, learn from somebody that you respect that has that training, learn from them before you actually start carrying it when you're out looking at properties. I used to go once a week, just on lunch break, I would just go down to the range just to practice. And it's not so that I can get better at shooting, it's so that I'm comfortable with and handling the firearm, is what my main concern. So like I said, we got long-winded again. It's a very deep discussion, very deep conversation. It might offend a lot of people that I'm even talking about it, but I've had so many questions, especially in this last few months. I don't even understand why the last couple months, but the questions come up a lot. So I thought, I don't know, what do you guys think? How many people actually carry when you're out there, and what are your guys' thoughts? Please share your comments in the comments below. Let's get a conversation going and just get an idea, because this is something that people just don't want to talk about. I never hear anybody talking about it, but people, when they find out that I carry a gun, they come up to me asking me all the time. And then people randomly out of the blue just come out and ask a question and say, hey, what do you think about it? Because they don't even know. So the question comes up all the time. So I figured there's enough interest out there, or enough curiosity, that we should probably bring it up and talk about once. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Let's get a conversation started, and let's keep it peaceful and polite, everybody. Just because a lot of us are comfortable and understand how to handle a gun, not everyone else does. So even in the comments, please keep it peaceful and polite and straightforward and helpful as we possibly can. So with that, if you like these videos, please hit the like and share, and we'll see you guys back here with another Flip It Friday video.